Welcome to Qoheleth with Chuck Frank. This is the study of the wisdom writings of Solomon, who lived 3,000 years ago and was considered the smartest man on the planet. This is Q3, a message for you. That which has been is what will be. That which is done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which it may be said, see, this is new? It has already been in ancient times before us. There is no remembrance of former things, nor will there be any remembrance of things that are to come by those who will come after. Wow. That's a little depressing. That's the tone of the early part of this book, because he's basically saying the futility of all this is built in so you will seek God. So let's see if there's some truth in that. That which has been is what will be. He's saying whatever you got, it's already been before. That which is done is what will be done, right? All these things that are going on, they've been done before, and there is nothing new under the sun. And you're going, what the heck are they talking about? I don't see in the Bible it says anything about iPhone 16 Pro Max with AI. I don't see Starlink direct to sell. You're right. All those toys, they're not mentioned. Some of them are amazing innovations. But let's look at the Old Testament. Let's look to the book of Daniel. Solomon's writing 3,000 years ago. Daniel is active 2,600 years ago, a little more than 2,600 years ago. And in Daniel 12:4, he goes, "But as for you, Daniel, keep these words secret and seal up the book until the end of time. Many will roam about, and knowledge will increase." So look, they had technological marvels back in their time. They had the beginnings of medicine. They had the beginnings of math. They had the metallurgy, all kinds of great things that were significant. Solomon's not saying that. He's saying the behavior of men, the evil of men. That there's nothing new under the sun. It's all happened before. So let's look at Daniel, right? Jerusalem's destroyed. He's taken into exile as a slave. He's a young teenager. And what happens? First thing they do, they didn't say it was gender-affirming surgery, but the first thing they did was castrate him because they didn't want him breeding. And they wanted him docile. They wanted him a eunuch. They wanted him to be a good servant and not be a problem. Whether they call it that or not, it's still this same evil of gender-affirming surgery. And what about diet? The Brotherhood of Benevolent Billionaires, they're investing in bug processing plants and fake meat made in labs. This is what they have in mind for us. We're going to eat bugs and fake meat. We're going to live in smart cities, right? They always name things the opposite of what they are, because if you're in these cities, you're not smart. You're a slave. It's going to be mandated what you eat. Your money will be monitored, and that's their dream. That's the world in which they're God. It's not going to happen. Okay, and it didn't happen for these clowns 3,000 years ago either. And Daniel is a witness, and his three friends are there as a witness. Daniel wouldn't take the mandate. Okay, we have mandated diet, we have mandated vaccines. No, these guys were showing us the example. No, I'll trust God. God says I'm not eating that stuff. God says I have a certain diet that I have to take. Daniel was so valuable in his abilities that they let him slide on it. But his three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they made an example of these three. King said, you know what? We're going to burn these guys in the ovens. And I want the ovens 4 times hotter than they normally are. He made them make it so hot that the guys tending the oven burned up. They're dead. Then they put these 3 boys in. And these boys said, our God will protect us. Unless he wants us dead, he's going to protect us. They throw them in this oven. 3 guys go in. The king's looking. He sees the 3 of them, and now there's a 4th with them. And the king says, look, there's a 4th person in there, and he looks like the Son of Man. There's Jesus Christ showing up. Jesus Christ showing up long before there's a New Testament, long before any of this stuff. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's nothing new under the sun means the behavior of people is not going to change. And wow, have we gotten a look at it in the last 3.5 years. Just awful. But let's focus on the positive, because Daniel in this same chapter, chapter 12, says something that is only said this one time in the entire Old Testament. Let's hear it. Many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Think about that. That's Daniel. The only place this revelation is given to him, that there will be resurrection of the righteous, the faithful, and there'll be resurrection of the enemies of God. And it says that the people who are faithful to God, they're going to go on to an everlasting life that's going to be wonderful. And the people who are the enemies of God, they get resurrected, they get judged, and you know what they get? This is how we call it here. They get an all-inclusive, permanent vacation in Cancun, summer months only, right? It's going to be fun for them because they'll probably see a lot of their friends there. But we don't want that. You don't want that. What you want is what Daniel's talking about. What you want is to apply the wonderful truth of God and the hope of an everlasting life with him to all of your striving. Then it's not negative, it's positive, right? God's grace is new every morning. So take that gift of grace and apply it to your life this morning and let it bless you. God bless you.